Hey there you! Welcome back to another video. Now look, in this video we're going to talk about how to talk to the dead. Oh yeah, we're going to talk with people who aren't here in our physical plane anymore. No, we can talk with anybody really, if you think about it. We can talk with anybody whether they are living or passed on. We can have a conversation in our spiritual space, and I'm going to show you or demonstrate you some of the basic things that you can do in order to achieve that. Let's go ahead and get right into this reading. So look, first thing we need is somebody that we want to talk to, right? This could be a friend, a loved one. This could be a parent. Ooh, I like my dad. Why? I don't know. Just because he's somebody that I love, someone that I feel like I have a connection with. Somebody that, I have an affinity with. And it just seems like it would be meaningful. It would be meaningful if I was to be able to communicate with him. So you want to pick somebody that you feel like it would be worthwhile to talk with for some reason or another. Now, the next thing to do is to take some action, right? What kind of an action are we talking about here, really? Well, the first thing that we want to know about, this is all very simple stuff. The actions that we're going to need are our ability to communicate. How do we communicate? We communicate with our words, and we communicate with our emotions. That's really it, if you think about it. Just think for a moment, anything that you really do, aren't you really articulating it with your words? Or aren't you understanding it with your words, your descriptions? So if you have the ability to draw on words and symbols and draw on articulation, sentences, then you can communicate with anyone or anything. Ooh, anytime you even have a thought in your mind, isn't it true that you're sort of communicating in a way? Even if you're just witnessing those thoughts inside your conscious space, your spiritual imagination space, or your third eye space, right? So you want to take the action of acceptance here. Of accepting what? Of accepting that this whirlwindy space up here is a land of variety of communications, thoughts and feelings and emotions and little symbols and thises and that's. There's a whirlwind blowing in, there's some leaves from a tree. It's all here for you in there to see. Because look, we're not going to communicate with this person in the physical world so much, right? We need a new land to communicate with them in. We're going to have to go visit them, not so much them visiting us. Ooh, we're going to go up here in our third eye space, our consciousness space. So that's the action we want to take. And look, it looks like a spiral upward. Why? Because just like Dorothy in that tornado going to the land of Oz, the land of make-believe, the land of imagination, like Einstein said, the important place is the imagination. That's where we can go up to and we can see within in that inner space. Now look, what's going to happen when we get there? Well, if I want to talk to my dad, I've got to resurrect him in some way. We don't like that word. Let's use something different. I have to conjure him up. Ooh, that word might sound a little scary too. Let's try something else. I have to beckon him forward. Ooh, how about I just have to be willing to communicate with my dad? I mean, think about it. If you were going to talk with somebody over the phone, do you have to conjure them up? No. Do you have to beckon them? Do. No. Right? We don't have to summon them. We just initiate contact by dialing the number. So we're going to go up into our conscious space and we're going to dial that number. How? We're going to use our power of creation. What's that? Well, the first thing you want to know about creation is this. Everything around us is what we might call the creation. So like my shirt, my nose, this card, even that sound. This is all creation. It's all information. The stuff that is around us. This pen, information, creation. Created things. This screwdriver, what? These are just things that have been created and that are in the world of our personal life. Okay? Now look, this information, we have it in our database of memories. And you have in your database of memories information about your significant other, your loved one, your mother, father, your friend, your whoever you're looking to communicate with. You're going to go in and you're going to dip your hand, not really literally, you're going to dip your mind, your consciousness, your spiritual awareness into this land of creation from your memories. So for me, I'm going to pull my dad up, some details about my dad up, and I'm going to bring him to the clarity space here around this tree of life. See my little love heart? Something that you love, right? Someone that you love, that you care, that you have that connection with. Now I'm going to use my words, the love of God, the Word of God. I'm going to use my words to resurrect my dad. Watch how I do it. Okay, I see him in my mind's eye. He's got a plaid shirt on. Why? Because in my life, I remember him often in the world of creation, in this mortal world, as having a plaid shirt on. Ooh, now I see him, now that I said that, and I'm attaching to clothing, all of a sudden, boom, what popped up in my imagination space? Boom, he's wearing a blue hat. That blue hat, because I've seen him wearing that when he was walking the earth. Now I've got a couple of ingredients. Now I see my dad's face. Oh, yep, there he is. I just saw him. 2 different ages. I saw him when he was in his like early 30s, and then I saw him again in his like late 50s, early 60s. So look, I'm having this experience with my dad right here and now. Hey, Dad. Oh, now look, he's smiling to me. Look what's happening. I'm initiating action by going into my secret space, my third eye space, my conscious imagination. I am resurrecting information, the creation, about my dad that I know about. I'm resurrecting the images of his hat, the idea, the concept that he wore that shirt, that plaid shirt, and his facial features of him at 30 years old and 50, late 50s. So I have these ingredients. Now look, what's happening here? I'll tell you. Right now in my consciousness inner space, I am contacting my dad. Right? We are connected through the love, the emotional light of the experience, the light that holds my memories, and the light that is God's source universe consciously weaving us together in this present moment. That light permeates everything. It permeates the memories. It holds those memories in, just like electricity would hold a computer memory together of some information in your computer files. And this light also moves through and allows a spontaneous communication to arise in the moment, a renewal, a knowing, an intuitive experience being created, the action of creation of me and my dad communicating here and now in the present. Now look, think about the dreams you have at night. Just imagine this for a moment. Isn't this true what happens? We're in a state of consciousness where we are looking around the world. Maybe we see our bed and our pillow and the blanket, and then we snuggle on in there and we put the blanket on and we settle on in and we take a few breaths and we relax. And as we relax, we let go. Maybe our thoughts are bouncing around a little bit, but we breathe a little more. And then we let go and we let our body fall into the bed. And then we let everything relax. Soon we're changing our space of consciousness. We go into that little self-hypnosis land. We start to lose the world around us. It gets all choppy and unfounded and abstract, around and around, upside down. Now we're in a new space of something. A thought will come gleaning through, saying hello. You're going to dream now. You're going to let go. The energy will flow. It'll take over the scene that you started in your mind with the details of your dad and that blue hat, the plaid shirt, the face of the 55-year-old and the 30-year-old dad of yours. And we're going to go right into this belief, childlike awe and wonder. Hey God, I believe that things are real even if I can't touch them. Oh, I'm willing to give you my whole heart, mind, emotion, and words. And you can work with them, light of God, to give me a connection with my dad. Being willing to believe that something is possible is a key ingredient. And falling into that quiet consciousness space, which you can do easily when you fall asleep at night and the dream starts to happen, then you're going to be able to communicate. Because just like the card is showing, we're going to not gossip. This isn't about talking about other people. Gossip means to go and to sip on the light. That's why it's in the white space. Ooh, there's a light reflecting on it. To go and sip on the light of God while you are bridging this world with your green heart chakra consciousness, spiritual identity. We're going to leave our house. What's that? We're leaving our regular mortal world. And we're going to come out into this field. This field of what? This field of abstract imagination, where we can go under this other tree. You can see it right here. She brings her heart out to that tree, and she allows the two people to communicate with each other. So all you're really doing is hosting an event in your consciousness space for you, which is all of the data that's in yourself, your memories of your person, the little details, what they wore, how their mannerisms were. You're getting up a little bit of that. You're giving some of that up. You're bringing yourself, your experience. For me, my experience with my dad. I'm bringing it up and offering it. I'm bringing it right here. And then my dad is going to miraculously take on a role in this conversation because I'm holding this space in the spiritual dimension. And that light is going to be the thing that we are drinking or sipping on, connecting us. So what's going to happen? Let's do it. All right, Dad. Oh my God. My dad's looking at me like, Brian, that was a long ass explanation of us. He's like, I've been sitting here waiting for you. I'm like, I know, right? You've been very patient and I appreciate that. You know, I have to admit, remember that time when we were fighting over that experience? Ooh, we weren't very patient with each other, were we? My dad's like, you know what, Brian? You had to learn how to listen and you didn't. And I'm like, I know, Dad. I'm sorry that it was so difficult. Oh my God, dude. I wish I could be this version of myself and go back there and visit you then. And you know what? I'd spend a little more time with you and stuff. Like, I really would. And I would, you know what? I always felt, Dad, that you wanted to get to know me, that you were always open to who I really am. And I appreciate that about you. And I always just felt, right now, when I look back, I feel like I always was supported by you, even though, you know, even though we fought and even though at times it seemed like I was always angry because I didn't get my way and stuff like that. But I do appreciate you and you've given me so much. My dad is going like this. He's saying, come on over, Brian. He's hugging me. Oh my God, Dad, dude. I know, right? Men don't hug. What's the deal here? All right, Dad. I appreciate you. Oh my God, he just told me, he's like, Brian, I watched you run that marathon and that was spectacular. I'm like, thank you, Dad. He's proud of me. I'm like, oh my God, dude, that is so wonderful. So I don't know, is there anything that you want to tell me, Dad? He's like, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. I'm glad that you're able to follow your heart and you're able to do your life purpose. He says, you're really a good communicator. He says he loves the creativity that happens. This is just excellent, Dad. Thank you. Thank you for making it about me. I appreciate the love and support that you're giving me in this moment. Oh yeah, so good. Oh my God, oh my God. Hey, Dad, let me pull a card. Let me pull a card for us, for me and you right now, okay, Dad? Ooh, my dad's like, what's it gonna be? I'm like, I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, come on now. It's so goody good. Dad, thank you. Did you order that up like on purpose? He's like, Brian, I got your back. Everything's gonna be okay. That's what he's saying. Tell him it's all gonna be okay. Tell him, oh my God, their minds are gonna be blown. He's saying like, Brian, you were right. It really all is love and light, and that's all that there is at all ever. He says there's planets and universes and like star systems for every person. Oh my dude. Thank you. Thank you so much for being in my life even when you're not alive. Oh my God. So goody good. Guidance. The guidance card comes out. This whole video has just been a simple deposit of guidance on how to talk with people who have passed on outside of our field of mortal sight and sound. Oh, if you have an imagination, which you do, and you can use that imagination, which you can redefine imagination to be that spiritual space. Where's that card? To be that spiritual space, that little Dorothy Wizard of Oz land that you can go up to, spiral on up to with your open mind. Go in there, get calm, pause and breathe, get calm, just like before you're going to sleep at night. Get into that quiet state of consciousness where all your thoughts are dying down and all your emotions are settling down. And when you're all calm and clear-headed, clear vision, clairvoyance, take that voyage with dipping into your past and pulling up a few details about your loved one or the person you want to connect with. Once you have those details up, you envision them, you kind of let go. It'll start to happen. That heartbeat will flow. The light of creation will beat and you'll be there with them having a flow of light. Go with the story, let it be intuitive. Don't worry about wrong or right. No, my friend, life is such a happy, happy ending of joy, joy, happy, goody, good. Wow. So let me have some comments. Ooh, do you have any questions? What? Watch some other videos on my channel. This whole channel is for you. Absolutely for you. You're the only person watching it. You. Oh yeah. Now look, you're going to hear exactly what you can use in the moment when you arrive here. We're in divine timing. And everything you hear is only a reflection of what you can use in the moment anyway. Other people might be watching this, but they're not going to hear it exactly the way that you do. Mr. and Mrs. Special Spiritual People called you. And that is that divine masculine, our words, and the divine feminine, our emotional light, that are combining all day long, living out mortal lives, and one of them is yours. Thanks for being a part of this channel. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm always here 24/7. Watch any of the videos. You'll see. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.